What is up, people of the future? I am very sorry for the vertical, uh, whatever. I am currently at a rest stop about 80 miles outside of Reno, Nevada. Time is 8:09. It is Thursday, April 28th, 2020. Hope the future is well for those of you watching from the future, and that, you know, what's going on, Cameron? I'm gonna see how this works. It may or may not work good, and yeah, we're gonna be getting on the road here, and I'm gonna do this crazy picker lifestyle. We're probably not gonna see too much of the chat, but I will just monologue while I'm driving for this like 80 miles, waxing philosophical about God knows what. So I'll get my tinfoil hat on and ready, and we can talk about how people from foreign countries are coming to steal our jobs and all those fun things. And we'll probably play some copyright claim roulette. Just a quick view of where I'm at now. There's people in a truck. There's some kiosks and things. We got some bathrooms. I made use of those a minute ago. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. I'm curious as to how long this live stream can actually go. No idea how. Ooh, that might just work. No idea how long battery or connectivity or any of that is going to allow for. So I am going to be paying attention to the road and not to the chat. I am caffeinated. So we'll just see what happens here. So far, there has not been a lot of reseller related activity on this trip. Kind of got thrown for a loop about 50 miles into Oregon. Not gonna lie, that was it was actually, I was Cameron, you, if you're still watching there, you were my backup plan when my alternator. Yes, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, I was about 30 miles past Salem when my alternator died, and it was like 5:30 p.m. and there were, of course, no mechanics open on Saturday night. No mechanics were to be open on Sunday, and so either I had to figure something else out or I was camping. Oh, and it looks like we already lost our stream. Maybe you guys can still hear me, I'm not sure. I am kind of in the middle of nowhere, so we're going to have spotty reception. Just going to be the way it is. If you can hear me, you can hear me. Shouldn't be too long. We'll get hopefully within range eventually here. So good morning, everybody, if you can hear me. It looks like the video is frozen from my end. Nice, thanks for letting me know. So yeah, Cameron, I was totally like, if I couldn't figure something out, but I got enough of a charge on my battery to make it to AutoZone. which was only about 6 miles down the road. Got a battery there, bought the new alternator, and then made it another 50 miles south to the Home Depot, where I was able to exchange the other battery I had purchased for a fresh one, and that's basically how I continued for the majority of the trip. So it was kind of a crazy thing. I got more or less, I wasn't put behind schedule too much, but still I made it. And I'm actually about a day behind on this leg of the tour. And I'm definitely hoping to do a couple of quick lives in Reno. There's a couple of antique malls I'm going to, and we'll just see. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Kind of going over a pass, so we may lose even our audio here. I did get to go sort of shopping from the person I was staying with, who's my ex. I was bringing a bunch of stuff down for them, so I was able to buy a bunch of their back stock, which included a ton of postcards. And yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can restart the cam here. Nope. That didn't work. Nope, can't restart it. All right, I'm going to try something real quick. There, that worked. I'm not going to be able to do that too many times because I got to pay attention to the road. So hello everybody watching. How are you doing today? I'm now about 70 miles outside of Reno. Yeah, we may freeze a few times, I'm guessing. So yeah, I was able to do some sourcing. Not really, didn't go anywhere, but I'll do a haul video when I get back. On got some postcards, got some cool old vintage tool stuff, a few ephemera items, but really haven't been doing a lot of shopping. Haven't had a ton of time, but did have a lot of time to just work on like older listings in my store, refreshing stuff. My packing, I've got 107 sales so far to pack up between Sunday and Monday. It's gonna be, we're gonna probably have 2 days of like epic packing starting on Sunday night, going into well into Monday. It's gonna be a lot of stuff. Always kind of the way when you go on little, away from the store like this. Not complaining, not at all. The last time I went on a trip was for 3 weeks, and I had 130 items over 3 weeks. So 107 over less than 2 weeks is better. So I had done time away on eBay, which has been very, very easy. Enjoyed it a lot. Not having to like monitor my handling times, because normally what I would do is, anytime I'd have some time online, I'd go and adjust my handling time closer to my return time. But now I don't have to do that. It automatically will turn off tomorrow night, because orders coming in through the weekend will still go out when I do my mega shipping. I'm a big fan. It's my first time actually using time away, and it was so much easier. For the first week of my trip, I was running sales and aggressively sending offers because I knew sales were going to dip. They were already dipping for the part of the year. So to try to mitigate that, I was running sales and aggressively sending offers. So even though, like, you know, it's kind of hands off as far as handling time goes, I was doing a lot of store management while I was gone. And oh, hey Cameron, if you're still watching, I saw your Instagram recently that you've been doing really, really heavy and consistent listing. And all I got to say is good for you, man. That is clutch, super clutch. Like, I can't tell you how valuable a daily listing habit is. And in terms of like growing and scaling and you know turning a side hustle into a business, having a consistent listing habit is absolutely key. And it sounds like the way that you're doing it, gauging it by your listing value and not like number of listings, perfect, man. That's the way you do it. You know, you want, the way I see it, you know, you want to grow a store, you want to be listing 20 to 50% more by dollar amount than you want to be selling. Now that doesn't mean you're immediately going to sell 20 to 50% more. You're going to grow 20%, but over time it adds up. As your active listings grow, that 20 to 50%, like, that's how you grow. Your average numbers will go up and to the right that way. So if you can go from that $200 to $300 number, and you can start growing that to like a $400 to $500 a day listing number, maybe that means listing higher value items. Maybe that's more listings. It's actually not unattainable, right? And if you can do days where you can do like 600 or 700, you know, you're going to have days where you only do 200 or 300. But if you can keep track of that average and get that to be 20 to 30% more than you want to be making, you'll be surprised how fast you all of a sudden are making what you want to be making. And then you can move that goalpost. Super valuable. You know, I know people talk trash about daily refinement, but there's one of the things that he preaches, which I agree with, and I've been preaching for a long time, is that daily listing habit. The way he does it is crazy in my mind. Like doing 100 listings a day. Well, you know what? That's realistic if you're hiring somebody to do most of the heavy lifting for you. Like, he doesn't take his own pictures. He doesn't create his own listings. He has people to do those parts of it. So if you're doing that, yeah, you can do 100 listings a day. As a single human being operating by yourself, that's like, I have had some crazy listing days. I had, of course, the 24-hour listathon, but I've had other days where I've listed over 100. But when I do that, it's always because I'm listing the same stuff, right? So I'm listing, like, the day will be like all postcards or all records, or, maybe a small mix of things just to keep myself sane. can't do that. You can't do 100 listings a day unless you're doing, you've got it down to like an assembly line fashion. If you are mixing it up, there's no way, right? You can't do a mix of like shirt, hats, and pants all the same day. Like, you're not going to do 100 listings of all that stuff. If you've got 100 pairs of pants ready to go, and all you have to do is tweak a couple of things in that listing, sure, you could do that. Or if you've done a good amount of prep ahead of time, like, then maybe. I think it's crazy. Oh, looks like we froze again. All right. We will try to re-enter. I'm back. So yeah, I mean, good on you, man. That's like there's definitely a lot of value in that, and having that, the benefit really has very little to do with whatever mystical eBay algorithm people are talking about. Like, it's all about, your consistency and your habits, and having that as part of your day, knowing that it keeps it fresh in your mind. Ooh, we got a big house on the road. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh my God. All right, it's an oversized load house, and they've decided we're gonna pass these two semis. Fun. And slow everybody else down to 20 miles per hour so we can pass these two stupid semis. I mean, I would encourage people to watch Daily Refinement. Just don't give the guy a penny of your money. There's nothing he is going to teach you that you cannot go find for free. If you want like some valuable knowledge and to get some good information that is worth your money, I would recommend the Auction Professor's Patreon if you're into ephemera and collectibles. He's got a very good business model, one that he shares quite a bit on his open YouTube channel, but I also get a lot from his Patreon community. I think I referenced in that a couple of times in my home run postcard video, where I went to go get help from that Patreon community. And I mean, I will say this, is that the $10 a month that I have spent with the Auction Professor has come back to me 1,000-fold. So it's all good, Cameron. I'll probably be here for maybe another 45 minutes if your meeting's over. Hopefully I'll be going live again sometime in Reno. There is a antique mall I love to go to there that I've done very well at. So if I will probably go live sometime at that point. And at the very least, we will see you on Sunday and Monday. Sunday night, probably 5, 6, 7 o'clock on going to get as much done as I can, and then Monday morning, I'm going to be up at the butt crack of dawn, doing crazy shipping times. So that'll be fun. One thing this being a reseller, I think, teaches you is, and I get this a lot as well from Scavenger Life podcast. Shout out Scavenger Life. Shout out Beds. Being resourceful and ready to pivot. Like, this trip largely has not gone as planned. I've definitely had a couple of obstacles thrown in my path, but the not lose my shit when met with adversity, and being able and ready to pivot and adjust and use the resources that are available to me, definitely has paid off and allowed me to continue, right? Same sort of thing. The last trip I made on this almost exact same trip, my van died, just completely died, when I was going over Grants Pass, Oregon. But I was able to rent a U-Haul the next day, move everything into the U-Haul, and continue on the journey. I could have just given up, or I don't know, any number of things could have happened. And we're frozen again. I'm back. No, well, Milk Cap, my alternator died last week, 50 miles into Oregon. No car trouble now. Everything's going smooth. I was able to make it to a friend's house in Sacramento using I shouldn't say using, exploiting to the fullest Home Depot's return policy. Essentially just returning my car battery to Home Depot for a new, fresh, charged battery every 150 miles. Until I made it to Sacramento, where a friend of mine helped me change out the alternator. My alternator died out at 5:30 on a Saturday, so either I was dead in the water until the following Monday when mechanics opened, or I had to get creative. So I got creative. Luckily, I had a couple of hotels lined up, so I was able to just bring the batteries into the hotels on a charger and charge them up. And made it safe and sound. Changed out the alternator in Sacramento, and then continued on to beautiful Crockett, California. But yeah, I haven't done a ton of reselling related activity here, but hopefully that will change a bit. I did pick up a bunch of stuff from my friend in Crockett, so got a bunch of stuff there. We'll do a little haul video once I get home on everything. And I'm going to be hopefully doing a couple of lives here today, later, maybe tomorrow,
a couple of antique malls in Reno, and then tomorrow morning I'm heading to my friend's goat farm outside of Boise. So yeah, it's been a good trip, but you know, not without its hiccups. But like Jackie Chan said, not Jackie Chan. Oh man, Jackie Chan wish he said it. Bruce Lee, be like water, words to live by in many things. Don't let it get to you. Go with the flow. Be like water. Did get some sort of sad but unexpected news yesterday. Burning Man is canceled for the second year in a row. Very sad about that, but knew it was coming. And it actually freed up a lot of my summer plans, so that's good. I do have a ticket to the reseller rally. I am still a little bit on the fence. I am vaccinated, so there's that. But not sure how excited I am about going on like an enclosed boat with a bunch of red hats who probably aren't vaccinated. That's just me though. Somebody posted a value like how much would you sell this for, and it was a Dr. Fauci bobblehead, and I made the mistake of reading the comments. What is it with the demonization of Dr. Fauci? Why have so many people bought into that bullshit? Seriously, I'd like to know why. Hi Chandra, how are you? Like, objectively speaking, nobody should be against Dr. Fauci. He is in no way economically motivated. All right, hold on. We're back. So yeah, explain it to me. Other than people who just like suck up whatever Newsmax and Fox News bullshit they have to say. Why is Dr. Fauci somehow the bad guy? And somehow, is it just because he keeps telling people stuff they don't want to hear? Because as far as I can tell, that's his only crime. Is it because he gives people guidance with the most up-to-date information that he has to him? Is that why he's a bad guy? Like seriously, this was somebody was like, how much would you sell this bobblehead for? And the vitriol on this post about a Dr. Fauci bobblehead was staggering. Staggering. It made me sad for the human race. Do we have any Fauci haters in the house? I'd really like to know the basis of your opinions. I think it's hilarious too how much like smack talk happens on the RVA water cooler page with how liberal he is. He is very, very much a liberal. And yet that reseller page, so much conservative smack talk and fear mongering. Very little of it fact-based, by the way. Like, I am definitely not afraid to steer away from politics. And personally, I want people, if they have a differing point of view, to be able to express that in the chat or come on the channel and do it live. Anytime to have that discussion. But if it's a bunch of Dookie Carlson and Newsmax talking points without showing your work, that's not going to last very long. And it's sad, but, and I've said this before on the channel, that there is a severe lack of media literacy and the ability to have civic conversations, also civil conversations around politics, but civic conversations. These are, conversations about civic duty, about civic responsibility, about civic values, about civic progression, about anything about it. That ability has been lost very widely. Not about it. So no Fauci haters in the house? That's disappointing. I'll move on. How about that? We are now 40 miles outside of Reno. Just weather. A little bit of snow around. Not much, not enough. It's going to be a wicked fire season here in California. Yeah, the science bad mentality. I mean, who was it? Who's the comedian? Was it Larry the Cable Guy? You can't fix stupid. Like, I sort of feel that way. Like, if that's your position, man, and how prominent that is, it makes me worrisome for our species. Like, to watch the conservative freak out over the CDC changing their guidance on masks and Biden making that announcement yesterday. We're like, ooh, Biden says we can wear a mask finally. Well, like, fuck you. Like, way to misconstrue, like, a message that a lot of people have been waiting to hear. That sort of like twisting a message to make it into some kind of, you know, conservative talking point, I'm not particularly fond of it. I don't like it when the left does it too, and they do it. I mean, there is, they, you know, some of that happens for sure. But to do that with, you know, stuff that's related to public health or science, I mean, come on. Like, I don't know, if I was on the right, there'd be a lot of other things that I would be concerning myself with right now. These short-term knee-jerk reactions to really non-starter arguments is not going to take the conservatives very far. I'd be more focused on, I don't know, if I was conservative, maintaining the number of judges on the Supreme Court. I would be concerned with the in-person voting laws that their leadership is currently going after, because if you don't think that's going to affect I'm back. These in-person voting laws are, even though they've tried to design them to disenfranchise minority populations from voting, they are going to, in many places, vastly affect rural voters, elderly voters, pretty much most voters who have access issues. It's going to affect Republican voters tremendously. I don't think it's going to affect them as much, but if I was still a conservative voter, I'd be concerned with that. All right, where are we here? 33 miles out of Reno. Coming up into Truckee. So we're out of the pass now, coming into Truckee, so we should probably have relatively stable video from here on out, I would think. There's the turn off to Tahoe. Hey, Celestine, how are you? I have been checking in regularly on Buster Wiley and Windy Lou. I do have a Furbo cam at home, so I can check in on them every so often. They're doing well. They are just running around and being themselves and causing the usual trouble that we've all come to expect from them. All right, let's see. We got some signs. I'm not going there. Not going there. So yeah, it hasn't been a ton of reseller stuff, but we'll be doing that. I'm sure there will be things purchased in Idaho and probably here in Reno. I do have like probably about 1,000 postcards to list when I go home. I think May I am going to be doing another 1,000 listings challenge, and we'll be scheduling that 24-hour listathon as part of that, probably about midway through the month. I've just been on my road trip, Celestine. Had a couple of hiccups. Went camping over the weekend at McConnell Lake Recreation Area, outside of, I forget where it was, Patterson, California-ish. Patterson was a cool little town. I did go to one yard sale. I didn't have enough juice on my phone to record it though, but it was okay. It was one of those big meth energy garage sales. Didn't really have anything to buy. Didn't really want to touch anything. Wasn't there for more than probably about a minute and a half, so it wouldn't have been good content anyways. But if any of you guys are yard sale people or garage sale people, you've probably been to those kind of sales where you like kind of walk in, you're like, wow, this is some junk. This yard sale's coming in with the big meth energy. I'm not going to be here long. I don't want to touch anything. It's all probably covered in hepatitis. Let's go. All right, where are we? We're about 25 miles outside of Reno, Nevada now, which is my next destination. Making pretty good time for not even being 9 a.m. yet. I left Crockett just after 6 a.m. Sales generally have been pretty good for the 2 weeks I've been gone. Not fantastic, but that's to be expected with extended handling time. Had a couple of like $300-400 days, covering right around $200 a day. I do have 100 and orders last check. I'm not on my way home yet. I stop in Reno for tonight, and then I'm off to Idaho in the morning. And I expect to be back around Sunday night. I'll probably go live Sunday night and try to get a batch of orders done Sunday night. Maybe get like 30, 40 done until I want to go to bed. And then Monday is going to be a big shipping day. Yeah, there's going to be a big packathon, 2 days probably when I get home. So yeah, 107 orders. I'll probably end up around 130, 140 when it's all said and done. I'm waiting on payment for like 10 things right now. It's crazy. eBay also just announced that they've got simple envelope or eBay standard envelope shipping now for postcards, which is a big deal. I've got some work to do around that now that it's ready to go. So I need to get the right shipping supplies to be able to do that properly. And then I've got a lot of postcards that I want to list under that. Where I'll probably make, it'll probably be like $3.99 postcards, free shipping, which I'll be making about what I make on the $6.95 free shipping postcards. I'm going to change all of those over to standard envelope, and I'm going to drop the price on those postcards down to $5.95. What antique? I forget the name of it. It's downtown, right by the. It's like sort of across the street from Circus Circus, if I remember correctly. It's a big place. But it's right downtown, which is not where I'm staying. But I'll probably hit up a few places while I'm here. Celestine, the only stuff I have purchased to resell was from my ex who I was staying with. She had a bunch of, she sells on eBay as well. She had a bunch of stuff that was, overstock and stuff she didn't want to get, she wasn't going to get to. She had a ton of postcards. So I just grabbed all that stuff. Milk Cap, there is the mailers that I use are too rigid and too heavy for standard envelope. There's one that is slightly less rigid and slightly less heavy that I will be using. I forget there's another postcard seller out there. If you search on YouTube, there's another guy who actually does did a postcard packing video, and he goes over what he uses for standard envelope. And he just uses the penny sleeves, the little poly sleeves, and there's it's a slightly thinner cardboard envelope. The one I use, I don't think will go through the sorters. Northwestern Nevada is very, very pretty this time of year. It's brown, but it's also green. Yeah, Popeye's postcard. I definitely learned a lot from him. He was definitely an inspiration for me to start doing some postcard only content. Um, I messaged him right after he deleted all of his content, and I was like, "What's going on, man? Like, why did it all go down?" And he didn't give me a lot of detail. He mentioned something like there was somebody who was trying to essentially steal his brand on YouTube, and the only choice he had was to make it completely valueless, which is unfortunate because the guy was so knowledgeable. I learned so much from him. There's still some little tidbits out there you can find where he appeared on other channels. Like you can still go find the Scavenger Life. Have I missed YouTube? Good question. I mean, yes and no. I've been busy and having fun and hanging out and like it's vacation. So like uh, it's like, do you miss your job when you're on vacation? I mean, if you enjoy your job, then you're gonna miss it. It's been definitely a working vacation for me. Um, I did go live on the Friday night show briefly at the beginning of the show with Lobster and Justin uh, from the state park I was camping at. And I did have a few videos drop while I was gone, and those have all got really good response. So been happy with that. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I missed like YouTube insofar as like, there I miss the parts of my daily routine that I enjoy. Um, nothing I've done on the trip, this live included, seemed particularly riveting content, or enough to go live. But hopefully later today, when I hit up the antique mall, we'll be able to do that a little bit. That'll be fun. Hopefully hit a couple of thrift shops, and we'll see what Reno has to offer. Wow, I am glad I'm not coming the other direction because it is a line of cars many, many miles long.